Hey, what's happening? So I have a little bit of exciting news here. I think I'm excited about it. I got a product here coming in from Amazon. A company had sent me this product, wants me to try it out. I'm really excited to try it out. It's well, let's open it up and we'll see exactly what it is. Okay, so here's the product right here. It's Barrier Reef Labs, Polyp Groformula. Basically, it's a coral food. Can also be used as fish food, food for baby fries if you're having you have babies in your tank, that type of thing. It can all work for that. I'm going to be trying it out, doing a little bit of a video on here, showing the how the corals react to it. It can be fed right into the system, or you can do direct feeding. In this case, I'm going to do direct feeding just so you can see exactly the response of the corals that I'm giving it to. There will be a couple of cardinals in there that from previous will be enjoying it as well. It's I guess just to give you a heads up, it's a natural pearl egg state of food for the coral, meaning it's small, granular, can be caught in your overflow in your filters, can be taken out if it's overfed, helping with water chemistry. Basically, you don't want to have a bunch of decaying food in your tank. This will allow you to filter out what's not eaten. We found basically they're saying that other foods normally would dissipate in the water and then you would not be able to filter them out, causing spikes in your ammonia and in your basically everything bad. This here will actually allow you to filter it out if you do overfeed. It'll go right into your filter socks and get caught, which is a plus. Like I said, it can be used primarily for corals, but looks here like they have done testing where it is good for fish fry, baby fish, that is. Basically, it's saying that it can be used on all corals. So we're going to give it a test here. I'm going to do a little bit of a mix-up on it. We're going to see exactly how it works. See if it's worth the time. But here's the just to give you an idea. It's kind of a little bit denser. Doesn't look like it's going to dissolve down. It's going to stay more granule, which is good for cleanup. Okay, so I'm going to be mixing this. As you can see, it's showing a 1/4 teaspoon for a medium stock tank, 1/2 teaspoon for a stock tank. Well, I definitely need a 1/4 teaspoon, maybe even a little less, as mine are all frags and a smaller tank. I'm trying to get this to where it can be read. If you look at it, my camera doesn't want to. Hopefully that you can read that. And we'll see if we can get to the other side. Here's a close-up of the company name. And then here's the ingredients. I apologize for the blurry sections here. It's really hard to get something this small clear so you can read it. I hope I'm succeeding. But this is the crude protein, the crude fat. This is what supposedly is going to be feeding your corals and helping them. But as you can see, it requires a 1/4 teaspoon. So we're going to be putting a 1/4 teaspoon in this little glass of water right here. I have a 1/4 teaspoon right here. take the spin it around. See, as you can see now, it's kind of globby. It's not supposed to dissolve. It's almost like, well, I want to say, let me put this lid on here so I don't splash water in it. I want to say what it looks like to me almost is about the granular size, maybe a little bit smaller, of brine shrimp eggs if you're hatching brine shrimp. But I'm just going to kind of mix that up, kind of break up the clumps a little bit. Once I get that done, I'm going to be taking this turkey baster. Maybe I'll even mix it like that because it looks like it works pretty good. And I'm going to be spot feeding some corals, and I'm going to show you when I shoot this in there how those corals react to it. Alright, let's take it over. Alright, so you can see I got a close-up here of the hairy mushroom. Now I'm just going to take the turkey baster, take a small amount of this stuff, and I'm going to spot feed him, and we're going to watch what he does. Okay, here it goes. If you can see, he's flattened out. You can see the little round ball-like particles. He's definitely accepting it. Looks like he's going to curl over into kind of an onion and hold on to as much as he can. Looks like he's really enjoying it. I would have to say he liked that. Look at how fat he's getting. I can't completely vouch for the product, but I can say it made the hairy mushroom happy. Definitely glad they sent me this sample. It's almost completely enclosed. Just watching them turn in like that is actually fun. I enjoy watching corals eat. Right over here close by it, you can see we have, if I can get the camera up there, a pulsing xena. See if I can get the, apologize for this, I'm trying to get the camera to where I can get a good, let's go up a little bit higher. Can't quite get it where I want it there. Okay, that's a pretty good shot. You can see the pulsing xena is catching a few that have flown out from the other hairy mushroom, but let's see what happens when we actually squirt a shot on them. Here we go. See how they're sticking to all their little fuzzy fingers? They do resemble a lot like brine shrimp eggs. I mean, I know they're not, but they're about that size. If you watch, you can see how they're working them little balls down into the center. They've kind of stopped. I mean, there's some that are still pulsing, but they're not like they were. As you can see in the background there, I still have a couple mollies I was unsuccessful on catching. There happens to be, I'd say, 4 of them in there yet that are still avoiding my trap. But we'll come back to that one. Okay, so here we have the hammer and the grate. I don't know that you're going to be able to visually see a lot with them. We'll find out though. You can see it sticking to them, but they don't seem to be, they're not a very, what do you want to say? I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to eat it, but they're not a very reactive coral. They're not one that really grabs it and sucks it in like the hairy mushroom. That was a pretty good example of what's happening, or what happens. But you can see how it's kind of stuck on them. Let's take a look at the... Okay, so here we have a Gorgonia, and then the green star. I'm not sure how they'll react. Oh, the Gorgonia. I'm not sure if the Gorgonia sucked in because of the water I blew on it, or if it sucked in because of the star polyp didn't seem to change any, just stayed out. It does, if you look at the star polyp though, it does look like they're getting a little fatter, like they're trying to, down towards the bottom, if you watch them in polyps, they are getting a little bit fatter. I think it is actually reacting to it. We'll move on here, take a look at the candy button, see if there's any noticeable. Candy button's another one I don't feel as though we're going to see much noticeable eating, but we'll find out. Okay, so here's the candy button, and then the other polyps there. Like I said, it's been floating around the water. You can kind of see it. So, I mean, they may have, I don't know if we're going to see any kind of immediate same way here though, you can kind of see them sticking to it. I really have this kind of, you know, really zoomed in here, so if it's a little blurry, I apologize. I wanted to see if we could catch it doing anything noticeable. Really, the hairy mushroom was the most noticeable, then the Xena. Actually, we do have, well, we have a couple of, let's see if we can get over here to the, let's go over here to these mushrooms. one up here on the top. See if we can see anything like the other hairy mushroom did with that one. Like I said, I got so much of it in the water right now that he's kind of the same thing though. Like, take a look at that. Those mushrooms, they really like this, don't they? They're let me see if I can get it up higher. Kind of neat how they flatten out like that, like a cup, and then they kind of catch some and they curl in. It's really neat to see them eat. I believe the other corals are eating it. They have a different way, so it's not as easy to spot. But then we'll take a look down. Let's go down a little lower here. There's another one that's kind of curling up just from what's in the water. I don't think I'm going to put him more in the water right now. I got a lot going around in that tank. It's hard to do the video here to give you a good example and then also try to control it, so I apologize for that. But then if you go over here, this guy, he's still liking it. He's like, I'm not letting that stuff go. That's the hairy mushroom. There's the little Ben guy in the background there. So I got the water, the pumps all back on, spinning that stuff around right now. But I just wanted to show you that candy button is definitely, if you look at the previous photo, I seen this is really fattened up. So I'm thinking that they're liking it. Well, I just wanted to wrap this up here. I guess kind of I don't know how long this video is going to end up being. Basically, I just wanted to show you a shot of a few corals I had and the reaction. This product right here, Barrier Reef Labs. I think it's, personally I believe it's a pretty good product. I mean, my corals all seem to think that it's pretty great stuff. I like the fact that the granulars are a little bit bigger. I like that it's easier to get out, you know, through the filters. I think you should definitely give them a shot. I'm going to put if I can get a hold of it here, I'm going to put the link from Amazon down below. You can take that way you know where it's at. I believe, as far as I was told, at the moment, it's only able to be purchased through Amazon. I might be wrong on that. You can do a Google search if you prefer to buy it somewhere else. But I will put that link down there, give you an idea. It's not, the link's not connected to me. I'm not affiliate of Amazon or anything like that. Something I may do in the future, but right now I'm just, they sent me out this product, so I want to make it a video for them, thanking them for letting me try it out. Also, give you guys an opportunity to see firsthand if it's something you're interested in or not. I hope you enjoyed the video. Once again, always, if you haven't already, follow me on Instagram, Twitter. Check out my website. I have a couple links below here you can check out as well. Until next time, see you.